Live from Padua High School, this is game 2 of this doubleheader between the Holy Name Green Wave and the Padua Bruins. I'm Nathan Smee on the call for you once again for game number 2. If you missed game number 1, well, you missed an exciting matchup. Holy Name was down 7-2 going into the 6th inning where they exploded for, I believe it was 6 runs. Like an 8-7 game, which then turned into a 9-8 win for the Green Wave. And now they get back to work here in the top of the first as Ali Roche leads off Holy Name. And now you can see on your screen the lineup for Holy Name. Real quick on your screen. It's pretty similar lineup with a couple changes. The first pitch of the game is wide to the right. That is ball 1 to begin the game on Roche, who leads off. Major changes being made only would be Emily Majoris now catching for the Green Wave and Anna Seuss in right field for the Green Wave. Belchar winds up and pitches. Now I'm missing high once again. 2-0 count to begin the game on Ali Roche. Count on Roche. Belchar, the windup in the pitch. That one popped up and going to be a catch. Nice play by the third baseman Bugausi, diving in and making the play. That will retire Roche for out number 1 here to begin the game. Now that'll bring up Erica Massey, the third baseman here for the Green Wave, batting second here. The pitch is high, ball 1 on Massey. Massey played well in the last game, making some big hits. Now trying to get Holy Name started here on offense in game number 2. The windup and the pitch from Belcher. Now I'm missing high and off the catcher's glove. Now we got 2-0 count for the second straight at bat in a row. The sun is trying to peek out just a little bit here at Padua High School. A little bit of a rainy day, number 1. Hopefully the rain has played its course and will stay away for the rest of this afternoon's contest. The pitch. Ground ball left side. Bugausi throws cross diamond a little bit low, but it is in time to retire Massey for out number 2 here. To now bring up Sammy Zabak, who hit the go-ahead double to score 2 runs, I believe it was, to give Holy Name the lead for the first time to the top of the first in the last game. Holy Name has gone in order so far, but Zabak trying to change that. Wind up in the pitch. Ground ball left side. Going to throw across diamond. Holy Name will go down in order to begin today's second contest. Your score all tied up at 0-0. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua softball game 2 on your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Back on here in a minute to bring you the bottom half of the first inning. Bottom of the first inning now. here from Padua High School. Your score, Padua and Holy Name locked in at 0 apiece. I am Nathan Smee on the call for game number 2 of this exciting doubleheader. That saw Holy Name win 9-8 in game number 1. If you missed that one, Holy Name had a 5-run deficit that they came back from all in the top of the 6th inning to score 6 runs to win that game. And now Victoria Scheiben gets to work for the Green Wave on the mound. Before ERA for the Green Wave, which she looks to lock in today and help Holy Name win both games against the Bruins. And now leading off for the Bruins will be Faith Richardson, the pitcher of game number 1, who was relieved by Camaradi in, I believe, the 6th inning. She now is playing first base, and now she will lead off for the Bruins once again here to begin game number 2 for them. Scheiben steps onto the mound. She's going to call time. She had to get the call once again. She now is ready to go. Richardson in the box. Here comes first pitch of the game from Scheiben. That one missing out left, be a 1-0 count now on Richardson. Richardson pitched well through 5 innings, and the 6th inning, Holy Name was able to open the floodgates. Now she tries to get her offensive day in game number 2 open with a hit. Scheiben, they'll wind up in the pitch. That one poked towards the left side and could drop right in front of Marison left. That'll be a leadoff base hit for Faith Richardson. And Padua had their leadoff man aboard. We now bring up Julia Ezzie, the left fielder for the Bruins, for her first cuts of the afternoon in its entirety. She did not play in game 1. She now steps in for her first cuts of the game. Runner at first, no one away for Ezzie to work with. Scheiben back on the mound, the windup and the pitch, corners in. Ball 1 now on Ezzie, the left fielder. With a runner at first base, the majority of both of these games, Holy Name has kept the corners in. They continue to do so. Scheiben comes set, the windup, and now the delivery. Swing and a miss. Now evens out the count at 1-1. Nice pitch there from Scheiben, slowing it down a little bit and getting Ezzie a little bit ahead of the pitch. A lot of exciting games happening right now at Padua on the baseball field. It's a 2-of-2 against the Bruins in softball, the windup and the pitch. That one smoked foul onto the football field. One-two count now on Ezzie. Scheiben waiting for the call. Scheiben's windup and delivery. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. Strikeout number 1 of the afternoon for Victoria Scheiben. One down here for Bogoski, the third baseman, to step in for her first cuts of game number 2. She was active in the top half of this inning, recording 2 of the 3 outs for the Bruins against the Green Wave. Scheiben on the mound, ready to go. Her first pitch to Bogoski. That one popped up in the infield. Massey running for it and is able to retire Bogoski on the nice easy pop-up. 2 away now to begin the bottom of the first inning, which will now bring up Talon. Once again, she played well in the last game. She almost hit one out of the park to tie the game. Only ended up being a double, and she ended up being the last base runner for the Bruins before, I believe, Camaradi ended the game on a strikeout, or no, a pop-up, I believe it was, to left field. Scheiben's pitch popped up once again. This one might stay in play, and it's going to hit the top netting and roll back. It's still going to stay up there, actually. It's going to perfectly land on there and not roll back on. That'll lead to a game of let's throw a softball up there and see how many times it takes for it to fall off. The game was inside the game. Scheiben comes set, the windup in the pitch. Foul behind once again. Now be an 0-2 count on Talon. Oh, 2 count, 2 away, runner at first base here in the bottom half of the first inning of game 2. The windup, and now the pitch. Missing wide outside right. First ball of this at bat now, 1-2 count on the senior Talon. Scheiben is set. Here comes the 1-2. High once again, now a 2-2 count. Two down, runner at first base here in the bottom half of the first inning. Scheiben getting ready, the windup and the pitch. Ground ball right off against her left foot. Foul, we'll see 2-2 once again. Padua has the only hit so far of game number 2, a single from the leadoff hitter, Faith Richardson. Scheiben back on the mound. Here comes the 2-2 delivery once again. That one smoked to left field and foul. We'll see 2-2 once again. As it was in game 1, game 2 will probably be characterized by a lot of foul ball contact. A lot of contact been made by both sides in this contest in game 1, and now in game 2, a lot of foul balls. But whoever will win this game is whoever is able to straighten it out the best. That is the key. If they're able to time it up and put it in play, then that will be huge. If they're able to get a bunch of foul contact, that's great, you're making contact. But if you're unable to straighten it out, it's just as good as swinging and missing at a pitch. In the run with the scorebook, that is. 2-2 count here once again. Scheiben, the windup, and now the delivery. Off speed, she's able to time it up and pop it up, and a collision play, but Garlow is able to retire the side on a catch after running into Massey. One hit for the Bruins puts Richardson at first base, but they were unable to capitalize. At the end of 1, 0-0 is your score. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua Softball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on in a minute to bring you the top of the second inning. We are back here from Padua High School to bring you the top of the second inning of Game 2 of Holy Name versus Padua Softball. Your score all tied up at 0 apiece. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up here for the Green Wave, starting with freshman Aubrey Stevens. Belcher, windup and the pitch. That one skips in and hits off the catcher. That will be ball number 1 on Stevens. Belcher ready to go with the pitch. Comes set. Now here is her 1-0 delivery. That one missing outside. Now a 2-0 count on Stevens. It appears there's a fan in the outfield holding up a cutout, to call it fan head, of Aubrey Stevens in the outfield. Something we've never seen before. A windup and the pitch. That one skips in. And now a 3-0 count. Glad to know my reflexes are in check. I kind of blinked when the ball came right at me, even though there's a fence right there. 3-0 count. Due up next is Bailey Garlow, who ended Padua's bottom half of the first innings at bat with a catch. Belcher, the delivery. That one finds the strike zone. 3-1 count now on Stevens. Belcher sets the 3-1. It hits her on the left leg, and that will let Stevens take first base. Holy Name's leadoff base hitter aboard. And now Bailey Garlow steps in for her first cuts of game number 2 with a runner aboard to begin. Belcher set the pitch. That one strike. Noel thought about the pick back to first, but decides not to throw. 0-1 count now on Garlow. Belcher comes set. Here's the windup and the delivery. That one finds the strike zone. That back pick will not be in time, as diving back to first base will be Stevens, but Garlow finds herself down 0-2. Belcher comes set. The windup and the pitch. Noel thought about the back pick at that time, decided not to. Now a 1-2 count. Garlow in the box, ready to go. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Belcher. That one skips in and right under the catcher, as standing in to second base is Stevens with the stolen base. Count even up to 2-2. Belcher the windup and the pitch. That one popped up. And the play will be able to be made there by the second baseman, Biscanish, to retire Garlow for out number 1 here of the top half of the second inning. Now bring up Kelsey Maris now for her first cuts of this game 2. Belcher's ready to go on the mound, the windup and the pitch. That one takes Noel out of the batter's box entirely for ball 1 to make sure he didn't get past her. Belcher set the pitch. That one skips past her. Stevens goes and is in easily to third base. She is now really close to scoring. 2-0 count on Maris. A little bit of contact here should score Stevens. Belcher comes set the wind up the pitch. That one missing high and skips past her. Stevens going to stay home at third base. Now on a 3-0 count to Kelsey Maris. It's in one of those situations where it might be better to hold off. Actually on a 3-0 count to not risk it. If it's a closer game, then maybe you risk stealing home. But you don't want to get thrown out stealing home, especially this early in a game. 3-0 count, wind-up pitch. That one finds the lower half of the left side of the strike zone. 3-1 count now on Maris. Belcher comes set, the 3-1. That one popped up straight up. And the third baseman is able to retire Maris for out number 2 here, which will now bring up Victoria Scheiben, who now attempts to give herself some insurance for her pitching outing. If she can get a nice base hit here, that should score Stevens. Two down here in the top of the second, runner at third base here for the Green Wave. Belcher deals. Stevens thought about it, but she's going to hold back on the bunt attempt from Scheiben. 1-0 count now on Victoria Scheiben. Belcher comes set. Here's the windup and now the pitch. Bunt being shown. She pulls back. And now it's going to be a 2-0 count. Stevens working the line nicely at third, trying to force the throw down. Corners in with 2 down. Belcher set. Here is a 2-0 delivery. Bunt being shown again, pulls back. That one finds the strike zone for Belcher. Now a 2-1 count on the pitcher, Scheiben. Belcher comes set. The windup in the pitch. That one sent to right field. And Camaradi is able to get under that one to retire the side. Holy Name had a runner at third base but was unable to capitalize. 0-0 is your score going into the bottom of the second inning. You are watching Holy Name versus Padua Softball, and your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics. See you to it. Back on here in a moment. We are back here in the bottom of the second inning, all scored up at 0 apiece here from Padua High School. I'm Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. As you saw during the break, the Padua lineup on your screen, and now they'll get back to work with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up here, starting with Alex Camaradi, who back in the first inning of game number 1 had a 2-run homer to right field, and she attempts to do something similar here. The first pitch of this inning from Scheiben is sent to right field. Seuss coming in on it is able to make the play and retire Camaradi for a quick out number 1 for the right fielder. Now the pitcher, Belcher, will now step up to the plate to try to help her cause on offense, to give her some insurance runs to work with when she's back on defense pitching. Scheiben sets the wind. Now the pitch. That one finds the left corner of the strike zone. Nothing will count now on Belcher. Scheiben back on the mound. Here's a windup, and now the pitch. Fouled behind by Belcher. Now an 0-2 count on the pitcher. (0-2) count on the pitcher with 1 away. Scheiben steps back onto the mound. Here comes the windup, and now the delivery. That one missing wide outside toward the right-hand side of the plate. Now 1-2 count on Belcher. Scheiben waiting for the pitch call. Scheiben back onto the mound. 1-2 count on the other pitcher, Belcher, the pitch. That one sent to left field. Roche trails it down and is able to corral it to retire Belcher for out number 2. Nice play in center by Roche to trail it down to make sure no damage is done. And now the second baseman, Lauren Miskanish, now steps up for her first cuts of game number 2 as the 7th hitter for the Bruins. Only 1 hit so far in this contest coming from Faith Richardson back in the first inning for the Bruins. Here comes the windup and the pitch from Scheiben. Swing and a miss from Scanish. She is down 0-1. Nice pitch there from Scheiben to draw the swing and miss. Scheiben back onto the mound. Here comes the windup and the pitch on the 0-1. That one fouled behind and into a tree once again. 0-2 count now on the second baseman, Scanish. Scheiben back on the mound. 0-2. Trying to retire the side in order. The wind. Now the pitch. Missing outside towards the right. Scanish buys herself another pitch. 1-2 count now on her. Scheiben ready to go on the mound. The wind. Here comes the 1-2. Now I'm missing outside to the right. 2 straight balls in a row, evening up the count at 2-2. Emily Krazel, the center fielder, is due up next for the Bruins. Scheiben sets the wind, the pitch. That one fouled behind and just out of play and caught by a parent on the holy name side. Too bad that doesn't count for out number 3. Actually, it appears she dropped it over there. We're going to score that a little bit of an EP, error to the parent. If that's error number 1 of the afternoon, the only one we see, I think holy name will take that. Well, not the parent. The line and the pitch. That one is in play. Garlo's trailing it back, and it's a go off her glove, and now that's extra bases for Scanish. And Scanish is in there with a standing double after Garlo had it bounce off her glove. Runner in turn position now, 2 away for Emily Krazel of the Bruins in center field to try and give the ball a poke. And as she goes up to her at bat, she's had around 15 RBIs this season. She's looking for number 16 here and looking for the lead for the Bruins in this game. Both games starting off very differently. In the first game, a lot of hits in the first 2 innings. This one, only 1 hit and then 1 error right there after it hit off of Garlo's glove. But still a very interesting change in pace to start this game compared to the other one. The windup and the pitch from Scheiben. And another thing to note with that, the pitchers starting this game have the highest ERA of their team out of the pitchers. Scheiben with above a 4 for Holy Name and Belcher with above a 9 for Padua. Granted, there's only 2 or 3 pitchers, but it's interesting the ones with the highest ERA are starting this game with the least amount of runs given up. Scheiben comes set. Here is the pitch. That one paints the left side of the corner perfectly. Now 1-1 count on Krazel. Scheiben back on the mound. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count now on the center fielder. Holy Name 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. And a different approach to notice here between Victoria Scheiben and Reagan Vavro. Victoria takes more time between pitches. She steps off the mound and then goes back after going behind it. Reagan will just go back on the mound and deliver pretty quickly. Now here comes the 1-2. That one's strike 3. She's going to run it out to make sure that it's out. And Majoris throws down to retire the side. Holy Name giving up 0 runs. Padua, they've given up 0 runs. All squared up at 0 going into the 3rd inning. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua Softball on your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a minute to bring you the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the third inning, about to get underway here from Padua in this game 2 of this doubleheader at Padua High School. Your score all scored up at 0 apiece. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. The catcher, Emily Majoris, is taking her first cuts of the afternoon against Belcher. The pitch. One missing low, ball 1 on the other Majoris. We saw Katie Majoris designating hitter, batting 7 last game, and now her sister, the freshman Majoris, stepping in, batting 8. Belcher comes set. Now here's the delivery. That one smoked by Emily Majoris into left field for a leadoff base hit from the freshman. That's exactly what Holy Name needs to do to get their first base hit of game 2 of this afternoon's doubleheader. And now the other new face for the Green Wave in their lineup, Anna Seuss, the right fielder, now steps into the box for her first swings of this afternoon's doubleheader. Belcher deals. That one hit, chopped towards the right side and fouled away. 0-1 count. Top of the order due up next for Holy Name after this at-bat. Belcher is set. Now here's her delivery. That one low and skipping in, but a nice block from Knoll to keep it in front of her, evening up the count at 1-1. It's the little things in games like this that are the deciding factor. Some blocks, as both catchers have played steadily behind the plate. That one smoked towards the right side and foul. Getting a little bit closer to straightening out, but unfortunately just evaded it down the line. Now a 1-2 count on Seuss. Seuss back in the box. 1-2 count. Belcher comes set, the windup, and now the pitch. That one missing wide outside right, evening the count up at 2-2. Belcher comes set, the 2-2. That one fouled away once again. We'll see a 2-2 pitch for the second time in a row. Belcher is set. Here comes a 2-2. That one well behind. Majoris goes, and she is in standing at second base. Now runner in scoring position with a full count. Belcher set. Here's the payoff. That one chopped in front, and it's going to drop. And that's going to be an infield hit. A nice effort from Knoll. But that's going to drop, and Seuss, after making plenty of good contact, the one that went the least amount of distance, gets her on first base. I'm going to call that one a hit. It was a nice effort from Knoll behind the dish to dive for that one. Just an awkward play to make. And now runners at first and second here with none away for Holy Name. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup with Allie Roche due up here for her second cut of the afternoon. Roche calling time in the box. Now is ready to go. Belcher's first delivery to her this inning. That one's high, ball 1. A 1-0 count on Roche. She steps back into the box. Something else to note, the 2 substitutes for this game from game 1 are the only 2 players to get a hit for Holy Name so far in this game. That one finds a strike zone, evening up the count now at 1-1. Pending word is a base hit, might score 1. She shows bunt. It's got a foul tip off her. Now that'll be a 1-2 count. I mean, it was a nice idea to try to lay down the bunt. Padua's defense was not expecting it. A nice attempt of a play behind the dish from Knoll, but still, Roche tried catching him off guard and unfortunately fouled the contact away and now has a 1-2 count. 1-2 count, the pitch. That one sent down the line. That might score one. Majoris rounding third, heading home. The plate at the plate is not in time. Majoris steps on first standing. Roche now catching Padua's defense lacking and able to get there. The play at the plate this time. Susgown gets in a rundown. One will definitely score. Sue's trying to get out of the rundown. She is tagged out, and Roche gets to third. A lot to unpack on that play. Holy Name gets on the board for 1-0, but that'll be a double from Roche to give Holy Name the 1-0 lead. Now a runner at third with 2 away. And now Massey steps in for her second cut. She grounded out to the third baseman her last time up. Top third, 2 down. Belcher set. Here comes the pitch. That one is strike 1 on Massey, finding the strike zone nicely. Belcher coming set, the wind in the pitch. That one smoked foul towards the left side. Massey down 0-2. Oh, 2 count here on Massey as they're needing to switch out the ball. And once again, a reminder, we'll be back on Monday for some more girls softball, assuming the weather holds up for their senior day game. And then Tuesday, we'll be seeing senior night for boys lacrosse. Thursday, more boys lacrosse at home. And to cap off our week, next Saturday at 1 p.m., we'll be seeing more of Holy Name baseball and hopefully what will be a GLC title game. The windup and the pitch. That one missing high and wide. Runner goes. Roche, the play at the plate. It is in time as it goes past Belcher, who is going home. Roche awkwardly slides and hits her knee. Slow to get up, but either way, that will score her 2-0 lead now for Holy Name. She is slow to get up, but she is able to walk off easily. That's an unfortunate side effect of the way the field is right now with the weather. A weird divot in the other batter's box, unfortunately, is not what you want to slide into. But still, an aggressive play by Roche pays off. Holy Name now up 2-0. 1-2 count now on Massey. The wind, the pitch. That one skips in there now, evening up the count at 2-2. Holy Name, they might have gone down 0-2 in a couple of counts, but they have done nicely at the plate to hold off on a couple swings and fight their way back into a good count. Belcher sets the 2-2. That one smoked by Massey in the center field, but right to Krazel, and that will retire her for out number 2 of the top of the third inning. It was smoked, but unfortunately, Massey hit it in the one area that would be exactly caught directly to the center fielder. And now Sammy Zabek, who knocked in the go-ahead runs for the Green Wave in the last game, now steps up for her second cuts. She grounds it out to the shortstop her last time out. 2 down, no one on here for Zabak. The pitch from Belcher skips in and past Knoll. 1-0 count now on Zabak. .0 count on Zabak, the wind in the pitch. That one misses high. Now a 2-0 count on the junior first baseman. Belcher comes set, the wind in the pitch. That one skips low. 3-0 count on Zabak. Aubrey Stevens due up next for the Green Wave. Here comes a 3-0 delivery. That one finds the strike zone on the upper half of it. 3-1 count now on Sammy Zabak. Here's the wind and pitch on the 3-1. Ground ball smoked into left field by Zabak. That's a base hit. She's thinking too, but she's going to stay home at first base. A nice, powerful hit past the third baseman to get a base runner aboard with 2 away for Aubrey Stevens, who walked her first time out. Now to step in for her second at-bat of game number 2. Holy Name's offense is getting things going here in the top of the third inning. Belcher comes set. The windup and the pitch. That one sent into left field. That's another base hit. Now 2 are aboard here with 2 down. Potentially a 2-out rally starting here for the Green Wave. No hits going into the third inning for Holy Name, but now 5 hits so far in this inning. Only one at-bat has resulted in an out, and the other out being on an attempted play at the plate from Seuss. The windup in the pitch. Stevens ground ball towards the left side. The throw across might have to be in time, and she is drawn off the bag, and now the bases are loaded with another infield hit. That is the 6th hit of this inning for Holy Name. Now Kelsey Maris, who flew out to the third baseman her last time up, steps in for her second cuts. She had a prime opportunity with the bases loaded to blow this game wide open for Holy Name. Wind up in the pitch. Now on misses high, 1-0 count on Maris. Maris back into the box. The wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high one, evening up the count at 1-1 on Maris. Belcher comes set, the 1-1. Ground ball left side. The play at third base is not in time. Holy Name will score. Another infield hit as the attempted play was not going to happen. Holy Name up 3-0 now. And now, depending how we scored this, that's now the 7th hit of this inning for Holy Name. And they've had 8 batters. Very impressive stuff right now happening for Holy Name. And now the number 9 hitter of this inning, Victoria Scheiben, steps into the box with the bases still loaded with more of an opportunity to help her cause on defense. Belcher dials in. Here comes the pitch. That one misses high. 1-0 count now on Scheiben. Holy Name's bats were asleep for the first 2 innings, being no hit through them, only 1 base runner through the walk. Now this inning, they have come alive with 7 out of 8 getting hits. A wind up in the pitch. That one low and in the dirt. Stevens thought about it, but she stayed put. Now a 2-0 count on Scheiben. Belger comes set. Here is the 2-0. Scheiben shows bunt, pulls back. That's strike 1. 2-1 count now on her. As I believe in every at-bat, she has shown bunt at least for 1 pitch. Belcher back in. Here's the pitch. That one now is a 2-2 count as that one found the strike zone from Belcher. She is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Belcher dialing in now. The 2-2 offering. That one ground ball left side and foul. Scheiben fights for another pitch. The catcher, Majoris, is due up next for the Green Wave. Two-two count here once again after the ground ball foul towards the left side. Belcher, the windup in the pitch. That one ground ball past Stevens. She'll be safe at home. A nice job by her to read the down angle pitch and steal home. 4-0 ball game now in favor of Holy Name. And now it's a full count on Victoria Scheiben. 2 players in scoring position. No one at first now. This can really blow the game open if she's able to put this one into the outfield, as that would most likely score 2 depending where she's putting it. Full count on Victoria Scheiben. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ground ball left side. That gets through for at least 1 to score. Garlow scores. Rounding third and heading home is Maris. There is no play at the plate. That is 6-0 for Holy Name. Another hit in this inning. 8 for 9 on hits this inning. Holy Name now up 6-0 and the floodgates have opened. The Green Wave is now washing over Padua High School. And now we're back to where we started to begin this inning. Emily Majora, she singled her only time up earlier in this inning. Here's a windup in the pitch. Ground ball, that might retire it. And he's gonna bounce off of Talon's glove. It could be an error. And now she'll reach, and now 2 are aboard with 2 away still. Holy Name has done a nice job on the base path, and especially at the plate. And now here comes Anna Seuss's second at-bat of this inning. She had a single her first time up. 2 on with 2 away. 6-0 lead for the Green Wave. Here comes the pitch. That one, a nice pick from Knoll. 1-0 count now on Seuss. Belcher comes set. The windup in the pitch. That one smoked to the right side, foul. 1-1 count now. Belcher back on the mound, ready to go. 1-1 count on Seuss. Here's the windup and now the pitch. That one finds a strike zone. Now a 1-2 count on the right fielder. The windup in the pitch on the 1-2. That one missing high. Now a 2-2 count on Anna Seuss. Belcher comes set, the 2-2. That one misses high. She's worked her way to a full count. Like I said earlier, she's down to a 1-2 count. She's been patient at the plate. She's fouled off balls and now has gotten herself to a full count. Runners will go on the pitch. The windup, the payoff pitch. Runners go in the dirt. And now that is ball 4 as Seuss will walk. And we're back to the top of the order once again for Allie Roche's second cuts of this inning. She doubled her first time up this inning, and the first time up in the game, she flew out to the third baseman. Holy Name up 6-0. The bases loaded once again with 2 outs, trying to blow that one even further. That one, nice pick from Knoll in the early batter's box. 1-0 count. Belcher comes set the pitch. That one high and past her. Running home is Scheiben. The plate is not in time. It goes past her. Now I'll make it a 7-0 Holy Name lead. All right, nice job there for Victoria Scheiben, jumping on the down angle pitch and making sure she's able to get by. Now 1-0 count. Correction, a 2-0 count now on Roche with runners at second and third. Belcher set. Here comes the pitch. That one sent into right field. Camaradi gets under that one and is able to retire the side, but not before Holy Name was able to plate 7 runners there to take the lead. 7-0 here on 8 hit. We're watching Holy Name versus Padua softball on Holy Name Athletics YouTube, your home for all Holy Name sports. We'll be back on in a minute to bring you the bottom of the 3rd inning. 9-1-2 due up here for the Bruins in the bottom of the third. Your score, Holy Name 7, Padua 0. If you're just tuning in, I'm Nathan Smee on the call. The floodgates opened here at Padua High School as the Green Wave washed over Padua for 7 runs in the top of the third inning, and now they're trying to get to work back here on defense. First pitch of the inning is a ball to Madeline Reese, the designated hitter for the catcher here for the Bruins. Holy Name had no hits going into the third inning, and now they put up 8 for 10 batters. I think it went 8 for 10 at one point it was. But still a very impressive outing in the top half of this inning. Holy Name trying to do just as well defensively. The pitch, low, ball 2 now to Reese. Scheiben back onto the mound. 2-0 count here to Reese, the windup, and now the pitch. That one in the dirt. 3 straight balls to Reese. 3-0 count. Top of the order with Faith Richardson, who has the only Bruin hit of this afternoon's game 2, due up next for them. Scheiben on the mound. 3-0 count. The windup, and here comes the pitch. That one finds the strike zone. Now a 3-1 count on Reese. And there it is, a get-right pitch. Sometimes you just need a pitch like a 3-0 to get back in the rhythm and make sure you can continue throwing strikes the way you were beforehand, and that was a perfect pitch to do it. The job isn't done yet, however, 3-1 count, the windup, and now the delivery. That one sent to left field. Maris able to track it down as it's hit right to her to retire Reese for out number 1 here to begin the bottom of the third inning. And now the top of the order starting with Faith Richardson due up here now for the Bruins. She had a base hit, her only time up in this game, but was unable to score after it. One away, Faith Richardson into the box. Scheiben's first delivery to the lefty. That one hit right back to Scheiben. She throws to Zabak at first. A little bit high, but she's able to bounce back onto the bag and retire Faith Richardson on 1 pitch. 2 up, 2 down here to begin the bottom of the third inning. And now Julia Ezzy, who struck out swinging her first time up, steps into the box. Scheiben, 2 strikeouts through 10 batters so far in this afternoon's game 2. The windup in the pitch from Scheiben. That one hits to right field and gonna bounce off of a parent. Another error from the parents, the second of the game. Oh, 1 count. Windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. She's down 0-2. Oh, 2 count. The windup and now the pitch. She struck her out swinging. Holy Name has 3 strikeouts. Padua goes in order to end the third inning. Your score, Holy Name 7, Padua 0. We'll be back on in a minute to bring you the top of the 4th inning and Holy Name's next at-bats. We are back here in the top of the fourth inning. Your score, Holy Name 7, Padua 0. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. And what has been a great game for Holy Name offensively, scoring 7 runs in the top half of the third inning. And now they're going to try to pile on some more runs to try to get this game going and potentially, if they get enough runs, end this game early. And that would be nice to rest players for Monday's Senior Day game, which we'll be covering. And Tuesday, we'll be seeing Boys Lacrosse's Senior Day game against St. Vincent St. Mary in the backyard. Thursday, once again, Holy Name will be in the backyard for lacrosse. And then to end off our week next week, we will be seeing Holy Name softball once again in action, and what will hopefully be a GLC title game. But to stay updated in all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated in all of Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Pitching change made for the Bruins. Alex Camaradi going back into pitch after she relieved in the last game for Faith Richardson. And now she goes back to work here in the top of the fourth, having to face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters here for Holy Name in Massey, Zabak, and Stevens to begin this inning. Holy Name's goal, pile on runs. Padua's goal, stop the floodgates and stop the rout at this point and try to get some runs on in the bottom half of this inning. If they're unable to do so and Holy Name's able to put up 3, Padua at this point has 6 outs remaining. If Holy Name's able to put up 8, they have 3. Holy Name, they can put up some runs. They've done it many times this season. They've made it to double digits in, I would say, half of their games so far. And another thing to keep in mind for this season, looking at the games that are outside of the tournament they played in Pigeon Forge, they are 9-1 if I'm not mistaken, or now 10-1 after the win in the last game. But they've done excellently. Their only loss coming to Normandy, I believe, this past week at home in the GLC. But they still have plenty of time as they've split that series. They still are in the driver's seat to go into the GLC title game next Saturday. And if they're able to do so and get another GLC title to Holy Name, which will be at least a third this year, and getting at least one in each of fall, winter, and spring seasons, that would be huge for the Green Wave if they're able to do so. Erica Massey steps into the box here for her cuts in this inning. The pitch, that one low and missing to the right side. It'll be ball 1 on Erica Massey. Massey is grounded out and flown out in her 2 at-bats in this game number 2. Camaradi comes set, the windup, and the pitch. That one smoked to the shortstop, Talon. Talon throws across to Belcher to retire Massey. Massey has been unlucky so far in this game as she's hit the ball right directly to a Bruin on each of her 3 at-bats. Now it'll be a loud out number 1 here to begin the 4th inning. And now Sammy Zabak, who gave Holy Name the lead in their last game when they needed it, steps up here for her 3rd cuts of the game. Now on Mrs. Lowe, ball 1 to Zabak. She's 1 for 2 so far in this game with a ground out to Talon at short and also a base hit in her last at-bat. Here comes Camaradi's 1-0. That one sent into right field. Padua is trailing it, but it's going to drop inside. That'll be extra bases. Zabak's going to be able to get to 2. She's cutting 3. A play at third with a slide head first. She is in time for a triple for Holy Name, getting them to 9 hits on the afternoon. A nice bit of base running from Zabak to know where the ball was and be able to run to third base and now give Aubrey Stevens an opportunity for an RBI to make it an 8-0 game. And now Aubrey Stevens, the shortstop, going to take her 3rd cuts. She walked and has had a base hit in her 2 at-bats so far in this afternoon's 2nd game. The windup in the pitch from Camaradi. That one finds the right side of the strike zone, 0-1. And the name Camaradi might sound familiar for some of you namers at home. That is because she's related to senior and I believe one of the best players on the bowling team, if not a captain, Vinny Camaradi, who goes to Holy Name. So an interesting thing to talk about at family dinners is that one is going to be a play at the plate. It's going to drop, and Zabak's able to barely maneuver away around there and capitalize on the air. And down at second base is Stevens, who reaches on an attempted fielder's choice that scores Zabak on an interesting 8-0 Holy Name lead after what could have been an out number 2. Zabak kind of did a little sidestep to avoid being detected behind the catcher. If this result holds, then even more, Vinny Camaradi has more fodder against his relative at those Thanksgiving dinners, talking about Holy Name versus Padua. Camaradi gets back to work. That one goes out to the right side, ball 1 on Garlow, who had a base hit her first time up. Her last time up, I should say. Her first time up, she grounded out to the second baseman. Camaradi getting back to work. 1-0 count here on Garlow, the windup and the pitch. That one, ground ball left side, is going to get past the third baseman. Stevens reads it and is able to get to third base, standing. Runners at the corners now for Holy Name with only 1 away, and now that gets him to double-digit hits for the second game in a row. And now Kelsey Maris, who had a single her last time up, is back up once again here for the Green Wave. 8-0 lead, and having a runner at the corners, she can blow this game even more wide open. Camaradi peering in. Here's a pitch. Marshall's bunt. Runner goes. The back pick to third is not in time, as Garlow is able to take second. Now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away and a 1-0 count now on Maris. Here comes the pitch from Camaradi. That one misses outside. Now a 2-0 count on Maris. A little confusion on the count. 1-1 now is apparently the count. The windup in the pitch. Morris doesn't bite on that one, but still a strike nonetheless. Now a 1-2 count on the senior left fielder. We are back here after some technical difficulties. Your score, Holy Name 8 still, Padua 0. Victoria Scheiben now with 2 away. The pitch, that one is a strike on Scheiben. 2-2 is the count. And now it appears that we are officially back. Your score still 8-0 in favor of the Green Wave. The windup and the pitch to Scheiben fouled away. She now sees another pitch, the count still being 2-2. Two away. Runners at second and third here for Victoria Scheiben. Holy Name scored 1 run in this inning, looking for another one. Camaradi is on the mound. The windup and now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That will retire the side. Holy Name was able to cross 1 more runner across the plate. Your score, Holy Name 8, Padua 0. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua Softball, and you're home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on in a minute. of this. Come back on. We are back here. Your score, Holy Name 8, Padua 0. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call. Been an exciting game so far for Holy Name standpoint, and that will be strike 1, 2, Padua and Bogoski, the third baseman, in for her second cut. She flew out to the shortstop her last time up. Here comes the pitch from Scheiben. Ground ball, left side, Stevens able to corral that one, throw across, and Zabak's going to drop that one, and Bogossi's able to get there on an error. The first base runner aboard here to now bring up Emma Talon once again here for the Bruins. Her last time up, she flew out to Garlow over at second base, and a quick substitution made for Holy Name in center field as Brianna Kogluski is checked into the game in center field for Ali Roche. One runner on, none away, 8-0, Holy Name lead. Here comes the pitch from Scheiben. Swing and a miss from Talon. She swung under it, 0-1 count now on the senior shortstop. Leadoff hit from Faith Richardson to begin the game for the Bruins. No other hits since then. Victoria Scheiben's been locked down pitching. Here's second offering to Talon. Is popped up towards the left side. It potentially is playable. And it will drop foul. 0-2 count now on Talon. (0-2) count on Talon. A windup and now the pitch from Scheiben. That one missing outside. 1-2 count. Padua 1 hit so far in this game with no runs. Holy Name 10 hits have gotten them 8 runs. One, 2 count. One runner on, one away. Run away, I should say, the pitch. That one sent into center field. Going for it, Ikuguchi was able to retire. Actually, Seuss in center field going to be able to retire Talon as the move now is being made more clear. Kugluski is now being moved to right field, and Seuss got bumped from right field to center field for Roche. Either way, one away now with Alex Camaradi, the pitcher who started the game out in right field. Now with one runner on, trying to give Padua some runs here, give herself some help on defense. The windup and the pitch. Bunt being shown. That bunt is going to roll foul. It's a good idea of a bunt there for the Bruins to try to move the base runner ahead that much closer to scoring position. That one's going to roll foul. 0-1 count now on Alex Camaradi. Scheiben back on the mound. The windup, and now the pitch with corners in. That one, a little dribbler, gonna bounce in front via 1-1 count. A 1-1 count after the ball in the dirt to Camaradi. One runner aboard, one away. Scheiben comes set, the windup, and here's the pitch. That one's going to stay foul. That one almost stayed inside the white line and was almost a weird half bunt, half swing. Either way, now a 1-2 count. Two, one on with one away here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Scheiben back onto the mound. The windup, and here is the 1-2. That one sent up the middle. Garlow, she get past her, and that will be the first base hit since the first inning for the Bruins. And now it'll be runners at the corners unless they're able to get her at first, and she is safe back in. Runners at the corners now with only one away as Padua gets her second hit off of a single from Alex Camaradi. And now the starting pitcher, Bell, Butcher now steps back up to swing here for the Bruins. Belcher got relieved after the third inning for the Bruins, and now a courtesy runner being brought in for the pitcher. And now Belcher now steps into the box here to face Scheiben. Her first time up, she flew out to the center fielder, Roche, when she was in. Runners at the corners, one away. Here is the pitch to Belcher. That one is strike. Runner goes. Majoris will hold. Runners now at second and third for the Bruins. Scheiben back on the mound. 1-0 count. The windup, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now an 0-2 count on Belcher. Two runners on in scoring position here with one away for Padua to work with. The windup, and here comes the pitch. That one missing high. First ball of the at-bat, 1-2 count now on Belcher. Pitch call being given. Scheiben ready to go to work on the mound. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. She strikes out Belcher. A big out number 2 for Holy Name. The fourth strikeout of the game from Victoria Scheiben. And now Lauren Miscanish. She reached on error her first time up. Now steps into the box for her second at-bat of game number 2 of this doubleheader. Scheiben now on the mound. 2 away, runners at second and third after the strikeout. Here comes the pitch. That one foul tip into the glove of Majoris. Nothing in 1 count now on Miscanish. Oh, 1 count. 2 away, 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The windup, and now the pitch. That one missing wide outside right, evening up the count at 1-1. Now Scheiben takes her place back on the mound. 1-1 count on Miscanish, the second baseman. The windup, and now the pitch. That one, ball 2. Hitters count now with 2-1. Pitch call being given. 2-1 count now on Miscanish. The windup, and now the pitch. That one sent into left field. That will score Padua's first runs of this game. They'll score 2. And now running second will be Miscanish, who will stay there as she had a 2 RBI double to get Padua's scoring account open here in the bottom of the 4th. Now an 8-2 ball game in favor of the Green Wave. Padua trying to mount a little comeback here with 2 away. And now stepping into the box is the senior Emily Krazel, the center fielder, who struck out swinging her first time up, and now stepped back in trying to get Miscanish home from second base. Scheiben, the pitch. Foul behind, nothing in 1 count now on Krazel, the center fielder. Scheiben back on the mound. Set the windup and now the pitch. Foul behind the backstop once again. Now a 0-2 count on Emily Krazel. 2 away, runner in scoring position at second base here for Padua, who have 2 runs. They need 6 more to tie the Green Wave with their 8 runs. Scheiben on the mound, ready to go. 0-2 pitch, here it comes. That one sent into center field. Seuss is charging it, unable to get there. Muscanish rounding third, heading home, and the ball would be given to Massey. Padua now getting some steam here. Now 4 hits in the game and now 3 runs. Now a 5-run ball game. Padua trying to mount a comeback similar to what Holy Name was able to do in game 1. Now runner at first base, Madeline Reese, the designated hitter, steps in for her second cuts of the afternoon. She flew out to left field her first time out. Time comes up, the pitch. That one sent into left field. Maris tracks it down and is able to retire Reese once again and retire the Bruins side. But not before Padua was able to cross 3 runners across the plate. Your score now, Holy Name 8, Padua 3, going into the 5th inning. You are watching Holy Name versus Padua softball on your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here after a brief break to bring you the 5th. We are back here in the top of the 5th inning. 8, 9, and 1 due up here for the Green Wave. Your score, Holy Name 8, Padua 3. If you're just tuning in, I'm Nathan Smee on the call for what has been a slugfest on offense in both games. First game, 17 combined runs. This game, already 11 combined runs going into the 5th inning of the game, just being over halfway completed. The first pitch of this inning from Camaradi is a ball to Majoris, who is in for her 3rd time, who is 1 for 2, but has reached both times. The other time reaching on an error. The pitch, ground ball left side. Throw across the diamond to the first baseman. Belcher is in time to retire Majoris 1 away. And now that brings up Anna Seuss, the now center fielder who started the game in right, but was shifted over after Kugluski entered the game for Roche. She now steps up for her 3rd cuts. 1 for 1 on the game with a base hit in the 1st. But in the 3rd inning, she walked. Camaradi, the windup, and now the pitch. That one right down the middle. 0-1 count now on the center fielder. Camaradi peers in. Now the pitch. That one is strike 2 right off the glove of Knoll. 0-2 count now on Seuss. Due up next is Brianna Kugluski for her first cut of the series. Camaradi comes set. The 0-2. That one put in play towards the shortstop, Talon. Talon throws cross, and it's going to hit off of Seuss and off of Belcher. That will be an error that Seuss will reach on. She is 3 for 3 on reaching first base on her plate appearances, all in different ways. 1 on a base hit, 1 on a walk, and that one on an error from the shortstop. And now that brings us back to the top of the order, and Brianna Kugluski, 1 for 3 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. She now takes her first cuts of this afternoon's doubleheader. 1 down, runner at first base here for Kugluski, the sophomore, to take her first cuts. Camaradi steps onto the mound, the pitch. Swing and a miss. The back pick is not in time, as Seuss is able to get back in there just in time. 0-1 count on Kugluski. Camaradi comes set. Now the pitch. Now on finds strike zone. Kugluski down 0-2. 0-2 count on Kugluski. Runner at first base, one away with Erica Massey due up next for the Green Wave. Camaradi deals on the 0-2. Ground ball back to Camaradi, going to roll past her. Third base right there, and Kugluski's in there safe. Running to third base is Seuss on a heads-up play, realizing no one was there. The closest player there for the Bruins was Noel, but a big heads-up play from Anna Seuss makes the bases, opposed to being at first and second, being now at the corners. A huge heads-up play. And now with runners at the corners with one away, how to make him bound. Erica Massey steps in for her fourth cuts of the afternoon of this game 2. Grounded out to the third baseman her first time up, flew out to center field her second time up, and grounded out to Talon at short her third time up. Camaradi set, now the pitch. She shows bunt, she pulls back. The throw down to second, no one's there. It's gonna roll past, and now they're gonna make sure they get the ball. It's kind of hit weirdly off of Talon's ankle. A weird one to throw down with no one advancing. The time being called to make sure that she's okay. It appears all is good. Massey will take a second here to check the call on the swing. Runner's still at the corners. 0-1 count now with one away. The windup and the pitch from Camaradi. That one ground ball right into the glove of the third baseman, throws across to Belcher in time. But Holy Name will field another one as Anna Seuss is able to cross. Now make it a 9-3 ball game with now a runner at second base with two away. Once again, calling back to the hit from Kugluski. Seuss did not take third base on the heads-up play, noticing no one was there. That run does not score. That's where head-up base running comes in key in games that are really close. His Holy Name now up by 6. They can extend the lead with a hit here from Zabek. The pitch from Camaradi. Ground ball left side foul. Now a 0-1 count on the junior first baseman. Zabek steps back into the box. 0-1 count after the chopper fouled towards the left side. Camaradi's pitch. That one missing high. Now a 1-1 count. Camaradi comes set. The windup and now the pitch. That one fouled behind. Now she's down 1-2 now in the count with two away. Runner at second. She had a big RBI in the last game when she needed Holy Name can crack double digits with one more run. Can Zabek do it again? Camaradi set the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the off speed from Camaradi. Strikes out Zabek swinging, but not before Holy Name was able to score one more run. Your score now, Holy Name 9, Padua 3, going into the bottom of the fifth inning. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua Softball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on here in a minute to bring you the bottom of the fifth. We are back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score, Holy Name 9, Padua 3. If you're just tuning in, I'm Nathan Smee on the call for what has been a slugfest on offense. 12 combined runs so far in this game and 17 combined in game 1 of this series. Has Holy Name looking to win 2 out of 2 against the Bruins. The pitch, swing and a miss from the leadoff hitter, Richardson. She is down 0-1 in the count. She led off the game with a base hit and flew out on a pop-up to Shivan her last time up in the 3rd inning. Shivan comes set, the windup, and now the pitch. That one bounces behind Majoris. Now a 1-1 count on Richardson. One count on Richardson. The windup, and now the pitch. That one hit towards the left side and just missing foul on that left-hand side near third base. Now a 1-2 count on the leadoff hitter. One-two count after another foul ball. Holy Name looking for out number 1 at the bottom of the 5th. Padua looking for a base runner to get their comeback cause rolling down 6. Shivan comes set, the windup, and now the delivery. That one barely missing the left side, evening up the count now at 2-2. Two count, the windup, and now the pitch. Ground ball right up the middle and right up the gut for a leadoff base hit from Richardson, her 2nd of the game. Padua's leadoff hitter aboard, and that's hit number 5 for them of the afternoon in game 2. Now a courtesy runner for Richardson. And now a substitution being made here by the Bruins. Don't have on tap right now who number 14 is, but a substitution being made here for the left fielder, Ezzy. Shivan comes set, now the pitch. That one in the dirt, skips past Majoris, and the base runner is now in scoring position for the Bruins. One-0 count now. Runner in scoring position here for the Bruins with none away. The windup, and now the pitch. Ground ball left side, and that was going to go past Stevens for a base hit. Now runners will be at the corners here for the Bruins as the pinch hit for the Bruins worked well, but now runners at the corners. And now Bugazzi now steps back up for some more cuts, her 3rd of the game. She's reached on an error her last time up, and also she flew out to the shortstop Massey, her 1st time up in the 1st inning. Padua trying to get this game back within a couple more runs, down 6 with 2 runners on at the corners and none away. The windup, and now the pitch. That one hit. Garlow, 4-5, and unable to get it over to first base. One will be able to retire, and now a 9-4 ball game. As Padua was able to cross one runner aboard with 1 away now for the Bruins. As Emma Town, the shortstop, now going to swing here. Once again, her 3rd at-bat of the game. She flew out to the second baseman, Garlow, her 1st time up, and flew out to Seuss, who moved over to center field last inning. A windup and the pitch. That one hit to the left side and through. Another base hit for the Bruins. They've had 3 and 4 this inning so far. And now runners at first and second with one away for the pitcher, Camaradi, now to take some more swings. She had a base hit her last time up, and she flew out to the right fielder her last time up in the first inning before that one. Runners first and second, one away here. Holy Name up by 5, but Padua starting to knock on Holy Name's door. The windup and now the pitch from Scheiben. That one smoked to right field and foul. And they're still running. They didn't get the memo that was a foul ball. That one was nearing the fence. It could have been taken out of here. Camaradi homeward in game number 1, and she was within 15, 20 feet of doing it again. Oh, 1 count now after the foul ball hit to right field. Runners at first and second for the Bruins, one away. A windup and now the pitch. That one hit to right field once again. It's trailing back, and this one, it's gone again for Camaradi. Her second home run of the afternoon. That one a 3-run shot. Now Holy Name 9, Padua 7. And now Camaradi with 2 homers on the day have given the Bruins fans some life. An incredible hit. She had to get a little bit more power on it than she did the hit right before, but that one straightens out and finds right field once again. Padua, they're right back in this one. And now Belcher, the starting pitcher who's now moved over to the first base, now steps in for her third cut. She struck out her last time up, but flew out to the center fielder her first time up. But Padua right back in this game with the tying run now on deck for the Bruins. In both games, big comebacks being made by both teams. The windup and the pitch. That one a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt from Belcher, down 0-1 in the count. But still a very impressive swing there from Alex Camaradi, getting her second home run of the day, her 5th RBI. She's impressed today for the Bruins. Now a windup and the pitch. That one hit again deep. Seuss able to track it down and catch it near the fence, but that'll retire Belcher for out number 2 as she's flown out to center field twice now. And now Lauren Miscanish, her last time up, she had a double in the 4th inning and reached on an error her first time up. She is now up trying to get the Bruins some more runs here as they've already put up a decent amount here. She put up 3 so far in the 5th inning. Holy Name, they're going to need some more runs on offense. A windup, now the pitch. That one fouled behind. You kind of hear from behind. Alex Camaradi's, I believe, dad, who does game changer for Padua, kind of before that swing said, lay down a bunt. I'm sure he's glad that one did not get picked up on the mic. He said his code for hit a home run. I don't know about that one, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, one Camaradi went to Holy Name, so we'll give him some credit. The windup and now the pitch. That one smoked by Miscanish. Maris tracking down another one near the fence, but that one is able to retire Miscanish and the Bruins, but not before Camaradi gets her second home run of the afternoon. This one a 3-run shot to right field. Your score now, Holy Name 9, Padua 7. We'll be back on here in a minute to bring you the top of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game's getting interesting. 2 innings of baseball or softball. Well, one of the sports that are similar. Left here from Padua High School. Your score, Holy Name 9. Padua 7. That strike 1 on Stevens, who's up the bat here for the 4th time today. She walked her first time up, had a base hit her 2nd time, and reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. The fan head in the outfield and right center field has returned for the pitch. That one skips behind and low. 2-0 count, or 1-1 counter should be now on Stevens. If you're just tuning in, last inning, Alex Camaradi hit a bomb to right field, a 3-run shot, getting Padua within 2 runs of the green wave. Camaradi on the mound, the pitch. That one missing high, now a 2-1 count on Stevens. Camaradi comes set on the mound. Here is a 2-1 offering. Stevens doesn't offer. That one's down the middle. Strike. Now a 2-2 count on the freshman shortstop. Camaradi trying to retire Stevens. That one, a weird one, kind of chopped foul. Kind of skipped off the top netting. We'll see a 2-2 pitch once again. 2-2 count on Stevens. Camaradi trying to retire Holy Name, trying to get some more runs. The pitch. That one hit into right field for a base hit from Stevens. She fought her way back in that at-bat and had a nice single find its way into right field. And Holy Name has a leadoff hitter aboard for hit number 11 of the afternoon. And now Bailey Garlow steps into the box once again here for her fourth at-bat. She has 2 base hits, and she flew out to the second base in her first at-bat. 2 for 3. She is looking to extend that now to 3 and 4 and move up her fellow freshman Stevens. Camaradi comes set with a runner on, no one out. The pitch. That one in the dirt and bounces in front of Knoll. Taking second base will be Stevens. And a nice idea there from Garlow to stay in the box. She has the right to the box, but that have made sure that no throw could even possibly be made. Camaradi on the mound. The pitch. Garlow doesn't offer that one, evening up the count at 1-1. The windup, and here's the pitch. That one, ground ball left side. Stevens staying between. Now she's going to run the third. That one is going to go past Belcher. Now rounding third, heading home is Stevens. No play at the plate. Barrow is able to reach on an error. Stevens scores. Garlow reaches second base. 10-7 now. Holy Name leads after some nice base running from Stevens. But Stevens did the right thing, staying in between second and third base, waiting for the throw to be made across the diamond. And once she saw the ball skip past Belcher, she made her move home. And now Holy Name has regained a 3-run lead. The pitch. That one in the dirt. Ball 1 now on Kelsey Maris, who checks in now for her fourth at-bat, who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a base hit and then 2 pop-outs. Runner at second. 1-0 count on Maris with none away. The windup and the pitch. That one hit into right field. That one's over the head of the right fielder. Rounding third, heading home is Garlow. Going into second base is Maris. This is now an 11-7 ball game as Garlow crosses home plate uncontested. Holy Name is now starting to regain their lead, now up to 5 once again. And now none away. Runner still at second base after the double from Maris, who is now 2 for 4 on the day. Victoria Shiven, the pitcher, now steps in 1 for 3 on the day with a base hit in the third inning. She has struck out and flown out to right field in her other at-bats. Camaradi deals that one right down the middle. Strike 1 on Shiven. The bunt being laid down by Scheiben works nicely. The play at first base is not in time, skips past her. Maris had a slide. She now is attempting to take home. She's limping, but she is able to get home and now make it a 12-7 ball game. It looked kind of weird if Holy Name was able to do it because of the slide, but on the air, I believe Scheiben able to get there on the air to second base. And now runner still at second base, still none away. And now Emily Majoris steps into the batter's box for her third at bat. She is 1 for 2 and also reached on an error in her other at bat. 12-7, Holy Name up by 5 once again. The windup and the pitch. Fouled away, nothing in 1 count now on Majoris. Camaradi comes set, the 0-1. That one is sent into play and tracked down and caught by the third baseman to retire Majoris, and the first out recorded here in the top half of the 6th inning, which will now lead for Anna Seuss to step into the box for her 4th cuts of the afternoon. She is 1 for 2, also reached on an error. It's actually 1 for 1 with a base hit, a walk, and reached on an error her last time up. Here comes the pitch from Camaradi. Now missing high, 1-0 count now on Seuss. And actually looking at the only way she really has not reached base so far in this game is a hit by pitch. She's found every different possible way to reach first base. Camaradi deals. That one grounded right side and hits the base, and that'll be fair. That'll be an RBI as Ronnie third heading home is Scheiben. She's able to hit there, and Seuss is able to get a double. Actually, going to say it's going to be a foul ball. And now it appeared that one hit the base, but they're going to rule it foul. Now 1-1 count. Orange bases, no lines in front of the batter's box. We've seen it all today. Now the windup and now the pitch. Now I'm missing outside towards the right. Now a 2-1 count. Camaradi comes set, the pitch. Ground ball right side. Play is made over at first base to retire Seuss. And now 2 away for Holy Name, runner at third base for Brika Glusi in the top of the order now to work with here. Try to get one more run across for more insurance going into the bottom of the 6th. Two away. Brika Glusi steps in. She reached on an error, her first at-bat of the afternoon. The windup and the pitch. That one finds the strike zone. Nothing in 1 count on the sophomore Kegluski. Camaradi comes set. Now the pitch. Ground ball left side. Talon throws across, and they're able to retire Kegluski. Holy Name scores a couple more, making it now a 12-7 ball game going into the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back on here in a minute. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua Softball in your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on in a minute. An inning and a half left to go here from Padua High School. Your score, Holy Name 12, Padua 7, and what has been an exciting softball matchup so far. A lot of runs being scored in this game too. 19 combined. That outscores the last game where they had 17. So a slugfest in both games. Kind of not what we expected. We kind of expected a lower scoring game. In both of them, kind of maybe a 6-5 range, but no, both teams hitting well. The pitch, ground ball, right side. Zavak is able to step on the bag and retire Emily Krazel for a quick and swift out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Madeline Reese, the designated hitter, 0-for-2 so far in her at-bats, both of them going to left fielder Maris. She now steps in for her third cuts of the afternoon with Padua down 5 and 1 away. They have 5 outs to work with now. A windup and the pitch from Shiven. That one misses high. 1-0 count now on Reese. One 0 count on Reese. The windup and now the pitch. That one sent into left field. Maris trying to track it down. And it is out of here for a home run. Once again to left field from Madeline Reese. This time she's able to clear the fence. Holy Name 12, Padua 8. But a second home run of this game. And the second, this go-around even in the order. And now we go back to the top of the order. Holy Name still up by 4, but now Faith Richardson, the leadoff hitter, who is 2 for 3 in this game, now steps back up to the plate for her, what will be her 4th cuts of this afternoon's doubleheader game 2. I thought it landed foul as well. My mom's outside commentating, it appears. No, if she's, well, next time she might have to join on the mic. She now regrets joining us on this Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna have to walk home because my car is here. They're gonna take my car and leave me here. The pitch from Shiven. That one outside to the left. Ball 1 on Faith Richardson, the leadoff hitter here for the Bruins. One 0 count on Richardson. Comes the windup, and now the delivery. Now on well outside towards the left, 2-0 count now on Faith Richardson. Shiven comes set, 2-0. That one, a little poke in the left field, and it's going to drop foul. 2-1 count now on Richardson. Two 1 count as the ball is being brought back to the pitcher. Two 1 as the ball has now been returned. The windup and now the pitch. That one, another poke. This one could be playable. Stevens gets under that one and is able to retire Richardson for out number 2 of the bottom of the 6th inning, to now bring up the pinch hitter from last inning, who we still have not identified other than the first inning, I believe, being, actually no, Ezzy's still in the game now. Okay, the substitution that I'm seeing now being weird, it was just a pinch hit for 1 at bat, as Julia Ezzy is now back into the game hitting. This is the thing with designated players, with designated hitters in softball. You can switch out depending on the matchup. Shiven's pitch. That one sent into left field, and Massey's able to track that one down to retire the side, but not before Madeline Reese gets a home run of her own. Make this one a 12-8 ball game going into the final frame here on this long Saturday afternoon. Your score, Holy Name 12, Padua. And a second last reminder, we'll be back next week for Holy Name softball on Monday for their senior night. Tuesday afternoon for Holy Name boys lacrosse's senior night. Thursday afternoon for Holy Name boys lacrosse. And finally, to cap off our week next week, we're going to see Holy Name softball in action once again to see them hopefully in what will be the GLC championship game. To stay up to date in all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date in all of Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. We'll take a brief break and be back here to bring you the top of the 7th inning. We are back here for what will be the final inning of play, barring a Padua comeback. Your score, Holy Name 12, Padua 8. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. What has been an exciting doubleheader so far. Massey's first cuts of the 7th inning goes foul. 0-1 is the count on her. Holy Name softball, it's been a while since we've last seen them, but they played really well today. They were down and what seemed to be out going into the 5th inning of the last game, but mounted a great comeback to win 9-8 over Padua, and now up 12-8. Coach Scheiben has his team playing really well and potentially competing for what could be a state title run if they continue this form. Massey hits that one, a little dribbler to the second baseman, which will retire her for out number 1 of the 7th inning. But this Holy Name softball team has played really well. 10-1 and now nearing 11-1 in play in Ohio and 1-3 outside of it. This team is playing really well under Coach Scheiben, and in a lot of programs, it usually takes a couple years for the program to get ready to go under a new organizational head, but Coach Scheiben has made the transition seamless. That one chopped behind Zabak for strike number 1. And even that, the future is still bright for Holy Name with both of their pitchers that they use consistently of Vavro and Scheiben, both of them being freshmen. The shortstop Stevens, or third base today, Stevens, she's a freshman as well. There's plenty of bright spots for this Holy Name team for the future. There's plenty of underclassmen and plenty of non-seniors on this team. The pitch. That one misses low on Zabak, evening up the count at 1-1. Camaradi comes set, now the 1-1. That one smoked by Zabak deep to left, and that one is out of here. A home run by Sammy Zabak. Now a 13-8 ball game as she sent that ball flying, and right after it hit off the bat, everyone knew that that one was not coming back. Now the 5-run lead has been restored. Holy Name 13, Padua 8. What a huge hit there from Sammy Zabak. Hit 13 of the game makes it run number 13. Holy Name up by 5 now once again with 1 away. Now bring up the freshman Aubrey Stevens, who singled her last time up and has singled one other time before then, walked and reached on a fielder's choice. She's reached all 4 times she's been up to bat. Camaradi pitches. That one misses high. 1-0 count now on the freshman Stevens. Camaradi comes up, now the pitch. That one's sent into right center field. No one's in it. That drops for a base hit from Stevens. 5 for 5 on reaching base in game number 2 for what will be hit number 14 for Holy Name. And now substitution here for the Green Wave. Bailey Garlow is being subbed out of the game for Emma Pacer. Now with 1 away, 1 on, Emma Pacer takes her first cuts of the doubleheader. Corners in, now the pitch. That one is strike number 1 on Pacer. Camaradi now comes set on the mound. Here's the windup and now the delivery on the 0-1. That one hit to right field and got to roll past the second baseman. That will go down as a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Stevens. And now we have runners at the corners with 1 away. A nice hit there from Emma Pacer, getting Holy Name to 15 hits in this ball game. Runners at the corners, 1 away for Kelsa Maris now to work with at the plate to try to give Holy Name even more of a lead. Last time up had a double. He also singled in this game and has flown out twice. 2 for 4 on the day, trying to extend it to 3 for 5. And what will probably come with it? An RBI. The pitch. She shows bunt. It's going to be a strike as she's not able to hold back. And now the throw is not in time for Pacer. And to be able to take home is Stevens on the throw. Nice base running from Pacer and Stevens. Holy Name now up 14-8 on the Bruins. If both teams aren't careful on defense, this might end up being the final score of the football game back in the backyard back in August of last year. And the windup, now the pitch. That one's sent to second base. And now that one's able to retire Maris, but she's able to move up Pacer now to third base with 2 away. Now Victoria Scheiben now stepped into the box for her 5th at-bat of the game. She has 1 single, reach on an error, 1 struck out, and also flown out to the right fielder. 2 away, runner at third base for Holy Name in the top of the 7th to pitch. That one finds strike zone, 0-1 count now on Scheiben. The windup and now the pitch from Camaradi. Ground ball left side, it goes through for a base hit from Scheiben and the RBI. Holy Name now up 15-7 over the Bruins. The rout continues. Now time being called. Now might be a pinch hit here for the Greenwood. That's what it appears to be. The score being 15-8. I'm going to take a quick break here as they figure this out. Your score, Holy Name 15, Padua 8. We'll be back on in a minute. All right, we have figured out the pinch hitting situation here as Sydney Camber will pinch hit here for Emily Majoris, but I believe Majoris will re-enter the game to finish the game behind the dish. Your score, Holy Name 15, Padua 8. Corners in, no one on here with 2 away. The windup and now the pitch from Camaradi. Runner at first base. The dive back, and she is safe in there. 0-1 count after a nice back pick from Knoll. All right, after I had to do a mic change because our mic died due to the doubleheader, we are back here for the final inning. Your score, Holy Name 15, Padua 8. If you're just tuning in now to see the conclusion of this game, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. First pitch of the bottom of the seventh is grounded towards the right side, foul. 0-1 count on the third baseman, Bogowski. I also apologize, I don't know how long the mic was out. We just saw that it was dying. Scheiben comes set. Here comes the pitch. That one sent into right center field. Kugluski and Seuss trailing it down. That one got to drop right in front of Kugluski. Going to is Bogowski, and she's able to get in there with a lead-off double for the Bruins here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And now Emma Talon, the shortstop, in her 3 at-bat. She's had a single her last time and flow out twice. She is now into the box here for her 4th cuts of game number 2 of this doubleheader. And the windup and the pitch from Scheiben. That one missing wide right. 1-0 count now on Talon. Scheiben comes set, the windup, and now the pitch. That one sent into right field. Seuss able to get it as I kind of trail more back towards center, and she's able to get out number 1 and retire Talon. And now a dangerous hitter, Alex Camaradi. She homered her last time up, scoring 3. And now it's her turn to try to get Padua some more runs, and a home run here gets the game within 5. Padua down 7, and they need Camaradi's 3rd home run of the day if she can get it. Scheiben comes set, the windup, and the delivery. That one smoked towards the right side and foul. 0-1 count on Camaradi. Now Scheiben taking her time, still on the mound, 1 away, runner at second base for the Bruins, who are down by 7. Scheiben steps on the mound, the windup, and now the 0-1. That one popped up and just out past the Bruins dugout. 0-2 is the count. Nothing in 2 count on Camaradi. The windup, now the pitch. Missing outside towards the left side wide. 1-2 count now on Alex Camaradi. Scheiben comes set. Now the delivery on the 1-2. Ground ball right side, foul. Camaradi fights for another pitch. We'll see 1-2 pitch here once again after the balls are able to be switched out. Scheiben comes set. Here comes the 1-2 once again. That one is hit to right field again. Kugluski able to get under that one and retire Camaradi for out number 2, but that will advance Bogowski to third base. 1 out now separates Holy Name from getting the sweep over the Bruins here at Padua High School. Bell Belcher might be the last batter of the game. So far, 0-3 in this contest. Holy Name needs 1 more out to seal the deal and get the victory here. and improve to 12-4. Shivan comes set, the windup, and now the pitch. That one finds strike zone, 0-1 count. Shivan getting the call for the pitch. Shivan comes set, the windup, and now the pitch. That one misses outside, evening up the count at 1-1. Belcher steps back into the box. 1-1 count. Holy Name looking for 2 more strikes to end today's contest. Set. Here comes the 1-1. That one misses up and high. 2-1 count now on Belcher. Two-one count on the starting pitcher, Bill Belcher. Day is now nearing a 5-hour doubleheader. Shivan comes set, the windup, and now the pitch. That one sent into center field, and Massey is able to end the game. A storm was a Bruin early in game 1. The only product, a green wave washing over Padua High School. Holy Name takes the sweep, winning game 1 9-8 and winning game 2 15-8. To stay updated on all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. But with that, that will end our coverage of this doubleheader between the Holy Name Green Wave and Padua Bruins. Your final score of game 2, once again, Holy Name 15, Padua 8. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending the majority of your Saturday afternoon with us. Have a good day, everyone, and go Namers.